Welcome to Good Mythical More. We're going to get to know the crew by hearing some of their borderline unbelievable high school stories.
They might be lying.
No, but they're not lying. And that's what makes it so awesome.
But first, we're going to try to guess the definition of the word renegazoo. Renegazoo, like granny without an R, without a G, and then gazoo, like
With a G.
kazoo with a G. Renegazoo.
Renegazoo. This is such a weird word.
This is a Celtic word that means like fiasco.
I think it's the maze that science mice run in. Put them in the Renegazoo.
Yeah. I agree with that now.
What is it?
Yeah, nonsense or foolishness. See, I was close.
Well, we need to own this term.
close.
Come in, guys, for a little Ranny Kazoo.
Renegazoo!
Renegazoo!
We've got Tally, Leonard, and Nicole, and for the first time,
We got a new one.
we've got
boy.
Andrew!
Watch out!
Hello.
Watch out, it's Andrew.
Please watch out.
Andrew's going
Andrew.
to be joining us on Good Mythical Weekend
Come on
soon
in there.
as part of the Mythical
Everybody
crew.
slide up. Thighs, all thighs touching.
Okay.
Your own thighs should be touching, Andrew, and then
And everyone
you should be
else's.
Yeah.
touching everybody else's thighs. So keep on, come on up. That's right.
This feels adequate to me.
Everyone's thighs are touching.
So you all went to high school.
Whoa.
Separately, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's impressive.
Right?
Educated.
Can we be told the city you went to high school in before we look at the things?
Well, it's not. You're not matching.
Yeah, we are.
I thought you were ranking.
We're ranking.
Oh, we're ranking.
But-
So you can freely know the cities.
Separately.
Now I don't want to know.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say,
would
is
like
that something you want to know?
cities.
Well, now I want to know the cities.
Yeah, let's hear
now
the
you've
cities.
said it. What are the cities?
Well, I grew up in a county, so Stafford County, Virginia.
Stafford County, Virginia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's a
also
Commonwealth,
we went to a
it's not a
county
city.
school as well.
Yeah.
We didn't go to a city school.
Okay, that's fair.
And I grew up in a town,
Yeah.
Telluride, Colorado. It's a small town.
Oh,
It's a ski resort town.
But it's a town that
It's-
people have heard of.
Here's the
Telluride.
thing. It is famous, but my graduating class had like 25 kids at the only public high school in an hour radius. So it is very small.
really?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
a
very,
small,
very
small town.
Yeah, but it is famous.
But a well-visited town.
yeah.
A well-toured
Well-known,
town.
Yes.
So is it like athleisure town? Or
It's a ski resort town, so it's like half the people there.
everybody's wearing yoga pants.
Yeah, you have to. The city does issue those. Yeah, city issue
Right.
yoga pants. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'd expect you to start doing that.
Well, that's why I'm starting a factory.
That can be
yeah.
your identity.
Yeah. That's my thing.
You're
Yeah,
starting-
my car is full of pants for everyone. So.
Yeah, right.
Is that why you do a podcast outside, because you're so granola?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be confined by walls.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very consistent.
Me, I like being inside of walls. I went to a city school, which is Decatur, which is a neighborhood in Atlanta, but also its own city. It's kind of
Yes.
like Burbank.
Yes, Decatur.
Yeah. Decatur High School. There's a lot of Decaturs in the United States, but Georgia.
But that's
the
the
best
one.
one?
That's the
best
one.
Yeah.
Decatur.
That was probably a big high school, right?
Actually, no, it was like 800 students.
Oh,
It's
totally?
gotten bigger now, but when I was there, like,
Okay.
it was we had a little small class of like maybe 150 or something.
Okay.
like that.
All right.
More than 25.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's, yeah.
And
I got some follow-ups for later. Sorry, Nicole.
It's okay. It happens.
I said I got some follow-ups for later because Nicole's
Yeah,
talking
'cause
now.
It's my turn now, actually. I'm from a small town outside of Detroit called Grosse Pointe. If you've ever seen Virgin Suicides, that's me. James is also from there.
Really?
Seen it.
Grosse Pointe?
Gross. Like,
Grosse Pointe.
It's French. Grosse Pointe.
Oh,
like
Grosse
big.
Pointe.
The only thing, I don't want to visit a place that's got the word gross in it.
Honestly, good
And
call.
I don't want to watch a movie that's got the words virgin and suicide.
It's Sofia Coppola. It's a classic.
What about Virgin River?
True.
I've only watched it over my wife's shoulder. Tally, do you want to tell us? Oh, what's the best way to do this, producers?
Yeah, let's hear this.
You want us to read, and they're just like gonna.
Yeah, maybe because
and
you guys
they make-
wrote these, right? So like these are the exact words you want to say. So
Right.
maybe it's a reading and then a confirmation
Yeah,
situation.
you just kind of react to it, make
Yeah,
faces
All right.
at
so
your athleisure.
I'm gonna read. I'll be reading this excerpt from Tally, to Tally.
Yeah.
Okay, this happened at a high school in my town, and it made local news and many memes later on. A student decided to run across the football field in a banana costume, and our town went bananas. Crazy.
It's a good joke.
That's why everyone laughed.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Who wrote that?
He was suspended from school. Students from all of the schools were making merch free Banana Man. The school itself removed bananas from the cafeteria.
What?
And were insanely strict about people wearing yellow. All of this led to a segment on the local news where a longtime reporter, Pat Collins,
Yep.
Pat Collins, if you know him, you know him.
interviewed the kid
Yep,
while
true.
wearing a grape costume.
Hold on. Pat wore the grape costume?
Yeah.
Wait. Are you saying that this is a clip that exists
Here's
that we
the
could
YouTube video.
see right now?
No.
Wait.
Brian got suspended for wearing a banana outfit. I said banana outfit, and running around the field during the halftime of the football game last Friday. School officials accused him of being disruptive and disrespectful. Frankly, I don't see what all the fuss is about. Why did you decide to do this?
I just wanted to make people happy.
Did you realize it would come to this?
Not at all. Not at all.
Are you sorry?
I guess so.
That's Pat Collins.
Pat, that is the Pat Collins.
Whoa.
And it
Pat
made-
Collins is
it made
a good
memes.
guy.
It made memes like.
Did he get reinstated because of Pat's work?
What?
Did he get suspended?
Yes, he got suspended. It was like a short suspension. I don't know how long the guy was out of school.
Like 5 minutes.
I mean,
But what
probably
kind of
longer.
school was this? Like, this was like a...
Public high school.
But he ran at halftime.
At halftime.
Yeah.
Like, at first I was thinking it was during...
I mean, you saw the
game.
footage. There wasn't anything going on the field.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
Streisand effect. Like them
Yeah.
drawing attention to it made it much bigger than it needed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, you
Come
got
on.
you got to get Pat in a grape suit to solve this crap.
Yeah.
Come on.
What did Banana Man go on to do? Great things, I assume.
I have no idea, actually.
You haven't kept up with him?
I wasn't friends with him. Oh.
Well, but he was a local celebrity.
Seems like everyone was
I don't
friends
know
with him.
about.
You know Tally.
celebrity.
When she graduated, she split. Your turn.
Oh!
He's not wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They took bananas out of the cafeteria?
did.
Yeah,
That's crazy. We gotta acknowledge that.
Too much.
Yeah, this didn't happen at my high school. It happened at like our local, my rival high school, and so I knew about everything going on over there because
Oh,
like
it was the talk of the
our
town.
school was just like nervous about like if other schools were gonna join in. and
Are we
stuff,
gonna lose
so-
our bananas?
Right.
Yeah, kind of. Honestly, yeah.
Even for talking about it, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be so low potassium around here. Okay, so we're going to move on to Leonard. Andrew, you're new. We're going to save you for last.
Okay.
Remember those classic TV show, movie food fight scenes? Well, those happened at my school. You'd think they wouldn't have given us a champagne glass full of Hershey Kisses at prom, but they did. And we proceeded to throw them and start another food fight at the Westin in downtown Atlanta and got our school banned from all downtown hotels. They had to replace their carpets from the amount of chocolate that got mashed into it.
Yeah. Classic food fight. I was there for a couple of them. I was always upset because I was trying to eat. And, it was wild. They gave us little flutes full of Hershey Kisses. I was talking to my friends about it. I was texting some friends like, you guys remember this? Apparently cakes got smashed into the carpet, like food got smashed into the carpet. There was like this crazy bill that our high school had to pay the Westin in Atlanta, and we got banned from every hotel. It was prom 2005, and I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm old. And
How about 96?
Yeah. You got banned. That's stronger than bananas getting banned temporarily.
Right.
But did a local news celebrity have to dress up as like
No
a
one-
smushed cake?
no one dressed up as a Hershey Kiss, and but the next year they had to have like prom in the cafeteria. It went from like the Westin in downtown Atlanta to the cafeteria.
We had the prom in the cafeteria every single year. That was as good as it got for us.
standard.
We didn't know you could leave the school for prom.
I love the image of like an epic food fight happening, and Leonard is just like angry eating his dinner, just like mad that everyone's doing this and having
I'm
fun.
like, that was good Jello right there.
At least throw it in my mouth.
Please.
Also, Hershey Kisses are like the worst food fight food. Like you have to hit
hurt.
hard.
Yeah, I
and
also forgot we hit some people who were staying at the hotel. Some people got hit who were staying at the hotel. We were like high up, and they were throwing them from like the floor. Yeah, high school teenagers.
Oh yeah.
Hershey Kisses. They're drunk. Like, come on. Terrible idea.
Decatur.
Andrew, what was your prom like with just a class of 25 people?
I didn't go. Yeah, because I was the odd man out. There were 24, 12 couples and me.
Literally the odd man out.
Yeah. We drafted like a game, you know. We had two
Schoolyard
the
pit.
two hottest people were the captain. It was a whole thing. Anyway.
Wow.
I kind of believe that.
No, it didn't.
All right, but we're still going to save Andrew's story for last.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how are we ranking these? Like the one that you'll be thinking about when you go to bed tonight?
That's a good way. Yeah.
Grape interviews Banana Man.
Hold on. I got two
It's
more.
pretty
to read.
interesting. I'm just saying it's pretty interesting.
You don't have to
Don't
lobby for
start
yourself.
lobbying yet. If you're lobbying this
working on
early,
it.
that's a bad sign.
Hey, okay.
You're doing a preemptive strike against Nicole
Yeah.
and Andrew.
Yeah.
Nicole.
You gotta fight hard.
Yes.
When I was in high school, two of my friends had older brothers that were much cooler than us, and we always wanted to hang out with them. They finally invited us to hang out with them, parking lot of our high school, coolest place in town. Somehow we got into a big debate where one guy claimed that if you ran over your foot with a car, but it was going really slowly, it wouldn't hurt.
You'd be fine, yeah.
Everyone started volunteering to have their foot run over, but when a guy got behind the wheel of his Jeep, everyone chickened out. For some reason, I decided that it was my job to prove these silly boys wrong and stuck my foot underneath the wheel. Oh, no. He backed up very slowly.
Oh my God.
And wouldn't you know it, it didn't hurt at all.
What?
Hey.
We wearing Doc Martens?
Steel toe.
Most likely Adidas, if I had to guess. Maybe a sandal? I don't know.
So
Let's take this to the parking lot.
it didn't hurt at all?
There's pressure, but like
It's because
no.
the tire
physics.
goes over your foot and distributes the force. Like it's because it's rubber. And
I think it's
also-
more about Nicole.
I mean, I think a number of squirrels I've seen on the road would disagree with this.
But that's because you're going fast.
Fast.
No, but if you run over a squirrel slow, it'll kill it too.
Oh, God. It'll squeeze it out like a toothpaste tube.
But would it?
Yes.
I think if it was going
Guys,
fast up your foot,
If it
would
didn't
hurt
break, if it
less.
didn't break her bones, why would it break a small animal's bones?
Wait. But the thing is,
hold on.
how cool
If
did
all-
you seem in that moment, Nicole? Because that seems
Yeah,
like
like
a
I-
really cool high school moment.
I wanted it to be cooler. They kind of moved past it pretty quick. I took a real
Hold on, let this linger. Let it linger.
yes, like the cranberries.
To answer your question, if a human foot was made out of a squirrel,
There's like 100
hold on,
bones.
I'm not finished. It's the guts and all the organs.
But all the guts and the organs move around.
So I would
No, your
liken
foot
it
just,
more
her foot was smushed, but it's resilient. It's
to
just,
a
But she said it didn't hurt at all.
versus like
it was smushed
a
though.
brick. A balloon versus a brick. A balloon's gonna pop. A brick?
A squirrel's a balloon?
And this was
I'm
In
sorry.
my
we don't
metaphor
do
that I
this.
just gave
Yeah.
this is
this was a full Jeep. It wasn't one of them Fisher Price Jeeps.
full Jeep. But
full
the
Jeep.
it was unzipped, so
Okay, so top down. Top down.
maybe.
Well, we're going to have to try it. Nicole's first in line. Who's got a Jeep?
Who
Okay.
has a squirrel?
No.
All right, Andrew, here we go. My friends and I all met this random adult man from LA on the street
Good start to any story.
who claimed that his brother worked for Microsoft and he could send us all free Xbox. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
He ended up doing that, and over the course of the next few years, randomly bought tons of very expensive electronics for over 30 kids at my school. I think I personally received about $20,000 worth of stuff from him while I was in high school. A laptop, Bose speaker sound system, TV, etc. He was a strange guy, but never tried anything creepy. And no one to this day has any idea why he did this. What?
Yeah, pretty
Let's
much.
bring him in.
Yeah, so, we met this guy on the street, and he was like, he asked us a couple questions. He's like, I'm doing a documentary about kids in a small town, which definitely was not true. And then was like, thanks for answering my questions. Could I give you guys some Xboxes? The Xbox had just come out. He's like, my brother works for Microsoft. We gave him our addresses. Then afterwards, we're like, maybe, look here. Okay.
Yes.
We agreed that afterwards that was a bad idea, but this is such a small town that like everyone knew where everyone lived. If you really wanted to know someone's address, you could just like watch them walk from school to their house.
Right.
So it wasn't really that big of a deal. Then we forgot about it. Then months later, we all got these Xboxes in the mail, and he was like, if you ever need a new game, send me an email. Then we would email him regularly whenever a new game came out. He'd send us these new games. And then he just proceeded to buy me and all my friends electronics for the rest of my high school career.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
And he never filmed you.
He never did
For the
anything
documentary.
creepy. No, that never came out. He never talked about his brother again. Like, those were clearly lies. So he definitely wasn't honest. And my friends and I started carrying knives whenever we would hang around him, just in case he was like...
You hung out with him?
Well, he visited town once a year for the film festival. And he would just buy us anything we wanted. It was really weird.
You would carry knives.
We had knives, yeah.
You're using the term buy things.
Yeah.
Wasn't this guy stealing things and then giving them to kids?
No, we saw him use a credit.
You would see him buy them?
Yeah, we'd take us to like the store and he'd just pick anything you want.
Weird.
It was
Sugar
very
daddy.
strange. He was basically a sugar daddy, but I mean, maybe he wanted to do something creepier, but never did. I will never know.
I feel like there's like some bureaucratic something where the mayor was like, buy these kids.
Yes. I mean,
It was an initiative.
Yeah, there's something he did where he had to...
he claimed that he worked for Warner Brothers and had like an expense account. Again, I don't know if anything ever said.
Did you
true.
ever know his full name?
I did know his full name.
And have you Googled him?
So he did. I hadn't thought of him in over a decade, and then he emailed me during like the scariest time of the pandemic when like you were afraid of everyone. He was like, "Hey Andrew, I thought about you the other day. Your name popped into my head, and I searched you on Google, and I saw so much stuff came up." And then he's like, "I was wondering, do you still live at? Is your phone number still not like get all the information from my past?" And I was like, he was like, "I'm wondering, does your mom still live at this address? I thought I'd go by." It was just very creepy, and I was really scared, and I was just like, hey man, no. Basically, just like, I don't want to talk to you.
God, what is this guy up to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is his email account like an AOL account, or is it coming from...
No, it's Microsoft.com.
His email was at AOL.com.
It was AOL.
It was AOL, and it was was in the name, which isn't really very comforting. I'm sorry that mine is borderline like creepy and illegal.
This is like a reverse Stephen King story. It's like a small town where good things happen.
Yeah,
to kids.
that could be the case.
Maybe he's an elf.
Yeah.
Based on my criteria of, I'm going to be thinking about this when I go to sleep.
Yeah,
Andrew wins.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's...
Andrew wins.
Andrew has won.
I think I am going to be thinking about your foot
Yeah.
Thanks.
and whether or not it's real.
Yeah, we're gonna
Brickfoot.
have to do that.
I do have plantar fasciitis, whatever it's called.
Fasciitis?
Fasciitis.
Only in one foot?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get.
In the
It's
foot
time
that
for.
got rid
Is
of.
that true?
For another run over.
Yeah, I think it'll flatten it right out.
I was running. You know those like trains at the mall?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah.
My mom worked at the General Electric plant in Lynchburg, and they were having the like big, I don't know, company picnic thing, and they had one of those trains in the parking lot. It was being pulled by a tractor, and I was like, oh, it didn't have doors, it had like chains, so I stuck my leg out to try to go with it, and then I fell out and got ran over by it at my mom's job, and I have this big scar on the back of my ankle.
Oh, so it cuts.
Wait,
It cuts.
how old were you?
I was like 8.
That's embarrassing.
That's acceptable, though.
18. Okay, so now it's really. I mean,
What did you do again?
One of them happened at my
the-
actual high school.
yeah, that's true.
It's just crazy high school stories. That was the
That's
problem.
true.
This is just in a parking lot, you run over somebody's foot.
Yeah, that's
Come
true.
on.
That, while they were in high
At
school.
the high school of my parking lot, trying to impress seniors when I was a sophomore.
That's high school.
That's high school.
A lot of high school words there.
Technicalities.
Yeah, Nicole.
Sophomore, senior.
Nicole's number 2.
Wow.
And then, I mean, it's not at your high school, but
High
I
school
mean,
football
Pat
game.
Sullivan, what's his name?
Pat Collins.
Pat Collins.
Pat Collins is the man.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Leonard.
I'm kind of sad. I don't
We
know
got-
if he's
sorry,
actually
Leonard.
alive now. That I'm thinking
Classic
about
food
it.
fight.
Yeah.
Too normal.
Dude, yeah.
I need a weird, creepy dude knowing where I live.
I've seen too many food fights.
A new episode of Good Mythical Weekend is coming your way tomorrow morning. Be sure to tune in.
Trevor?
In the butt.
Yeah. In the butt.